To the city of Portland now, and the latest on a lawsuit involving tents and tarps blocking ADA access on city sidewalks and rights of way. The suit was filed back in 2022 by attorney John DiLorenzo on behalf of a number of Portlanders with disabilities. The city settled the suit the following year, but was back in mediation recently over whether or not they're violating that settlement for allowing the county to hand out tents that end up on Portland streets. So joining us now live is the attorney behind that initial lawsuit, John DiLorenzo. Mr. DiLorenzo, thanks for coming on the show.
Hi, Blair.
All right, let's talk about those mediation efforts you were recently in. How does this change in county policy affect those conversations?
Well, in our settlement agreement, the city agreed that neither the city nor those it contracts with would hand out tents and tarps other than under very limited circumstances. And we discovered that since July of last year, the county had distributed 20,160 tarps and 3,190 tents to various nonprofits, which in turn placed these in our neighborhood. In fact, since January of this year, the county handed out 10,030 tarps and 1,891 tents. During that same period of time, January through March, the city had to remove those tents, and it has a budget of $16,538,000 a year to perform cleanup operations, much of which is for the very tents that the county was handing out. The county, of course, and the city have an intergovernmental agreement. That's a contract. And so we said, look, you either have to persuade the county to stop handing out tents and tarps and comport with the city policy, or we're back in court, and the remedy would be to sever your agreement with that contractor.
So I'm curious, sorry to jump in here, I'm curious, could the nonprofits that hand out tents and tarps who have contracts with the county put the city in potential violation of that settlement agreement?
Well, I think the better question is, could the very nonprofits that have grants from the city place the city in a position where it is offending the settlement agreement? Handing out tents and tarps is not a compassionate response. It was an ideological one that thankfully the county has now abandoned. And hopefully we'll be able to go persuade those who have grants with the city to, adopt the same policy that the county has just adopted. That'll go a long way towards not only helping Portland's recovery as a whole, but it will be a compassionate response because it will encourage the unsheltered to come inside, not enable them to stay outside where nothing good can happen to them.
All right. Well, John DiLorenzo, thank you for your time tonight.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Blair.
And we're back right after this.